are listening to Lucha Underground.
Hey everybody, welcome to Lucha Underground, the best Lucha Underground podcast in the world.
Yeah, we've checked, and we've done extensive research on this.
So this week, after our episode, which I thought was the best episode we've ever put out.
Yeah, it was really good. I thought so too.
It was really good. I thought we had fun.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that there were laughs.
Yeah.
I thought that there was very, very insightful
criticism and
analysis.
observations. Yeah, and analysis.
So I wanted to see how we stacked up against all the other Lucha Underground podcasts, and there's more than you would think.
I know.
I listened to maybe 3 or 4.
It's a clogged toilet.
It is,
to
and it's
quote
like
the great,
and they're not good. AfterBuzz TV
is the
it's
worst.
just
the worst.
It's just like so vapid
and schlock. Just schlock. Yeah, it's like
worst.
Entertainment Tonight to like E Now or that bullshit.
No analysis. But the one that you people would probably point to and say like these guys are like the most analytical voices of wrestling. I was just like, you smart marks. Do you ever smile?
Yeah, they're so miserable. That's what I thought.
Yeah, you just sit there and you just complain and complain and complain.
Mm-hmm.
Femlock Feministas, get a co-host.
Yeah, don't they usually have two?
I don't know. She says like she does.
I know.
But she's like, oh, it's only 9 weeks away until this other person shows up.
Oh, really?
What? 9 weeks?
Yeah.
You're counting down?
I haven't watched. The only time I've seen, and it's been Lady J by herself, and she's fine. But she does need, you need that back and forth. You need that back and forth.
Absolutely. And then Podcast Underground. That's the other one I listened to, and it was just so. You know what? It was. They said some stuff about Taya that made me cringe.
Really? Cringe.
It was, at times you and Kevin have said some stuff about Taya that made me cringe. But we shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you guys. There's no, and you know what? A lot of these podcasts do that I don't like, and we are guilty of it as well. Is providing a moment for moment recap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been working on that.
Nobody who's listening to these podcasts is like tuning in to find out what happened in the show. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Well, they've all seen it.
Yeah.
They just want to get people's, some different perspectives on what happened.
Yeah, I've made an effort to kind of zero in just on the key moments.
It's been good.
Yeah.
These past 3-4 episodes of ours have been fantastic. Even the one that was only 15 minutes long.
Top shelf.
Yikes. Anyways, so if you, dear listener, are a big fan of one of these other podcasts, I dare you to tell them how much we slagged them. Off the top. Lucha Underground. I dare you. Do it.
Just tell them the best they could ever be is second best.
Oh, snaps. And you know what? They don't even have to dig deep into this episode. It's the first thing we talk about. It's the first thing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Sure.
I'm Travis, as always.
Oh, my God. My name is Max. Welcome to Lucha Underground.
Violence.
Yes. Season 2, episode 19. Unless you want to rant a little bit more. You got enough?
Lucha
got it
World
up?
Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Team Canada lost
really?
of Casey Spinelli, ECCW talent, Taya, and the girl from TNA, who I can't remember her name right now. They lost their match, but Team Lucha Underground won.
And that was?
Johnny Mundo.
Yeah.
Prince Puma?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
it was a weird. It didn't.
There's no way.
It didn't make sense for the three of them to be teamed up because they're
Cage.
I think it's Mundo, Cage, and okay. So that was Chavo. Chavo was the third.
There you go. Episode 19. Overall, I gotta say that I felt the final match was good. I thought it was excellent even.
Really?
Yeah, overall I felt
didn't think it was excellent.
A little sleep. Well, you wouldn't naturally.
No. Well, you'll be happy to
style.
hear that the match that I really liked.
All right, well let's go through it.
Okay, season 2, episode 19 starts with a recap. Reminds us Gift of the Gods match and the new trios champs. And then there was no, as I mentioned to you earlier, there was no pre Into the Temple segment. Or at least I didn't write one down.
No. Yeah, it just went directly
straight to the band. Who the same band, but they were back. They were playing less, like more of that easy listening kind of good times kind of thing. Not as much
still
as
the
that.
same band though.
Yeah, still same band. But man, I was thinking when I saw them come up, even though they aren't my favorite band, that would create such a fun atmosphere just from the start. Hey, like if you're there and like you're waiting for these matches, you're already psyched up. You've had to wait in line, and then the band comes out first. You'd be like, all right, here we go.
It seems so obvious that I'm surprised when you go to like an indie show that they don't have a band.
Yeah,
because it seems like bands are not in short supply.
Yeah.
There are so many goddamn bands. You can stick any band.
Yeah.
You know what you do, Trav?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Get a band that just do surf music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be good.
Even
People
like in between, yeah.
Yeah, people just know.
If there's a brief intermission.
Keeps the energy rolling.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll do it for free. They'll sell their albums or whatever.
Sure. I like it.
Come on. It would be great.
Get on it, indie promoters.
Yeah, no kidding.
So because there was no intro segment, that led us right into the temple and straight to our latest episode of Man in the Wedge. Gotta get that wedge. And our
girl
was
there.
nowhere to be seen.
I know.
The red...
I felt like everything is... I felt like everything we had built with Man in the Wedge.
The guy what we did see in the wedge
feel like it's in jeopardy.
Might have been the shoemaker guy who I'd mentioned before, but he had a hat on and it looked like he was next to his son. But it should also be mentioned, this is what really kind of screwed things up for me, is on the far left is that fucking 10% more Latino Horatio Sands again.
No.
How does this guy keep getting these seats?
Do you think that maybe our confidence in Man in the Wedge is maybe not...
Well... I still think we're on the right track, and I do think that they clued in because Hipster Pugsley stood out so much that they've had to be like, whoa, we need to make seating arrangements before the start of every show. So that's why I think that's what I said. Keep an eye out for the guy who looks like David Shoemaker, because I'm pretty sure he was the Man in the Wedge this time, because he was on the right earlier. It just looked like he had put on a hat. I could be wrong, but if our calculations are correct, this was the last one of the cycle, and we should see a whole new batch.
You think so?
This is going to determine the validity of Man in the Wedge. Next episode will determine it.
It's the only second time we've seen Voodoo Glow Skulls.
Yes,
so it could be. I would think we'll see them one more time. See, this is the thing: is like we've been using Man in the Wedge. We thought we clued in. We should just be using the bands.
No, because I don't think they don't go in 3. I think they only play 2 shows, and some of them only play 1. Because the band who played before them, the one that I really liked,
you're right. Chingon only had 1.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's one band gets 2 spots, and sometimes another band gets 2, or one gets 1. I don't know.
I definitely felt shaken
when
I realized I couldn't see that redheaded girl. I was like, God damn it! Everything is what we thought we had figured out is just not true.
I wouldn't give up on it yet. Is what I'm saying. I think we'll wait till the episode 20, and we'll see if we get somebody new and where it goes from there.
The only way I can describe the sensation of not seeing that girl is when I was doing my undergrad, and I'd be like researching an essay, and I was so. I had so much conviction about my thesis, and I totally would expect to have grabbed a book and like looked up something and expected evidence that would have backed up my thesis.
Yeah.
And it wasn't there.
Yeah.
It wasn't there.
I know exactly what you're saying. I get it. That's a perfect parallel.
I feel a little impotent. I'm not going to lie.
I'm saying just wait. Just wait. I really do believe there was too much evidence before that it worked in this thing for it to all of a sudden blow up in our faces.
At some point, though, if they're at some point, we should go back and we should rewatch the first season, because if it's ever going to be apparent that we could set our watch to Men in the Wedge in season 1, because they haven't learned their lesson there.
Maybe.
I'm just saying, by the time season 3 hits, no matter what, you know they're not Man in the Wedge is not going to be a useful tool.
We'll see. We'll try. I haven't given up on it yet. And we know the believers haven't either. Okay, so our first match, the Son of Havoc versus Daga. Right away I thought, hey, are we going to get a singles run from Son of Havoc?
Yeah, I mean, it worked out for him in the end. But
I didn't know who was going to win this match.
Yeah, that's true. So
that's good.
I didn't either. I was definitely tuned into this match. I couldn't help but feel like the rhythm of this match, I would say that both luchadors felt very unconfident about working with one another. There seemed to be a lot of hesitation with with hitting each other, putting each other into moves. It felt like it moved really slowly, really sluggishly.
I thought in general, everybody, if this is the last show of the night, that everybody was a little soft, not so snug, especially in the last match. Snug. So like I said, I was excited because I had no idea who was going to win this match. And as you know, I'm a Daga mark. And I like Son of Havoc.
Did you notice that for Daga, they kept on cutting to women in the crowd again as well?
There were some weird edits in this match as well.
Yeah, they're really
playing up that he's like a playboy.
Yeah, but you know what I like is that, listen, if this was WWE and they were trying to angle it like, oh, he's this handsome guy, and therefore that's one of the reasons why Kobra Moon is into him or whatever, it would be Michael Cole and JBL and Byron Saxton being like, he's sexy.
Hammering it over here.
People love him. The ladies love him. Check
point.
out this stuff. And all they're doing, they're doing the same thing, and all they have to do is have a couple of choice cuts to the crowd for a couple of girls with smiles on their faces, and it implies the exact same thing. They don't need to hammer you over the head.
Have our intelligences insulted.
Exactly.
I thought this was an okay match. Daga's my least favorite Daga of the three that we've seen so far. But there's a nice little Dynamite Kid shout out after the no hands kip up early on. That was nice.
How so?
Well, they say, who does that remind you of? And I think Vampiro goes, Dynamite Kid. And they're like, exactly.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have.
Something like that. And there, my favorite spot of the match was the Son of Havoc spot on the outside of the ring where he kind of used his like upper body strength to like stand straight out from the post.
Cirque du Soleil. That was Cirque du Soleil.
Totally. That was cool. I'd never seen that before.
I had never seen it either. I loved it. I thought it was I thought that was super, super cool and a simple way to like emphasize an elbow drop. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Actually, there was another great elbow drop in the cage match, but that's coming later.
Okay.
But yeah, this was a good ep for elbow drops.
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay, so Kobra Moon comes out halfway through this match, and she's wearing, by the way, she's in her civvies.
Yes, but still with the mask.
Still in the mask. Well, that's to be expected.
Sure.
Her jacket is like a snakeskin, like bomber jacket. Yeah. Super choice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I was surprised when she came down the steps.
Looking for cock.
Yeah. Oh my god.
As always.
My immediate reaction was, okay, she's going to interfere. She'll cost them Havoc the match. Daga will win. That's not what happened. She tried to interfere, and then it didn't really work out.
Yeah.
Her interference was ineffective, and Daga ended up losing. Mm-hmm. They had this weird interaction. She's clinging to his leg.
Same thing.
It's very
trying to lick his tummy, like they said.
Yeah. It's very problematic, I would say.
Why do you say so?
Because I think I don't think they're trying to go for anything that's like super sexual or whatever. I think they're just like, okay, so listen, Cobra, when you go out there, just like fawn over him. And she's thinking like
she's interpreting.
Well, she's just like grabbing the leg or whatever, but it just puts her head so close to his cock. Yeah. It's just very it's pornographic.
Yeah, obviously.
It's implying pornography. It's this very overtly sexual thing. And
I should mention quickly, there was an awesome camera angle on that finish. Remember when he did the moonsault off the top?
Yes. From, like, above? Yeah. He got so close to the camera. He must have been an inch away from the lens.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. But where is this going? Because Daga is not interested.
You had mentioned last episode.
I better be a wedding.
Yeah, or something like that. Or I don't know. Maybe he finds out how to use this energy she has to his own advantages. The one thing from Daga, I did see a little bit more fire in him, even though I thought this match really lacked intensity.
Me too.
But when he getting out after a near fall, you started to see a little bit more character from him that I hadn't seen before. But yeah, same sort of thing, like clotheslines. Son of Havoc has those massive arms that he should just be like laying those clotheslines in and making it look like, I'm going to stay away from those arms.
Is Daga a big deal? I mean, I'm looking at the roster for the AAA Lucha Libre World Cup, and I'm not seeing his name on it.
Mm-hmm. Psycho Clown made it over him.
Yes, so I think Psycho Clown, despite how terrible 90s that is, I think he's sort of an institution.
Sure.
Yeah, the last 5-star match, but from Meltzer for AAA, Psycho Clown was involved. It was a 3-on-3. But I mean, Daga, I don't know how to. All I know about Daga is from Lucha Underground, and all they're telling me about him is that he
Doesn't
is
wear a
handsome
shirt.
and he doesn't wear a shirt. And that's it.
But he's put on 2 really good matches, and this one was okay.
I don't know. None of them have stuck out with
Really?
me.
I remember loving this first match with Tejano, and then he was part of that 4-way with Masquerita and Kobra and whoever else it was.
Yeah, I don't know. And Arhanus.
Arhanus.
Travis, it was Arhanus.
Sorry.
Come on. I don't know, man.
No, I like his work a lot. I think, like I remember I said he reminds me of like a slimmer kind of Paul Orndorff. Just gets the job done. Like goes in there and does his work and does it well. And tells a good story.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I feel like this match was so, whatever, because this match was the first match of the night and it lacked a certain amount of haste, I suppose. Mm-hmm. It set me up. It kind of put me to sleep. Yeah. And that slumber lasted for the rest of the episode.
I think that's what's happened with me and some of those other matches that you were surprised I didn't love so much. But this one, I didn't hate it. I just thought it's a unique angle, and so we'll see where it goes. I think after watching this match, I thought that maybe Son of Havoc isn't getting a singles run. He's just here to help move plot today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally. I mean, I don't think we're gonna see Son of Havoc make a title run or anything like that.
I think it doesn't have to be a title run. It could be a mid-card feud with somebody.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Like, maybe next week we'll see Daga versus Son of Havoc, the sequel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I doubt it.
This whole thing better end with Kobra Moon.
The post-match stuff was more about Kobra Moon and Daga getting
Yeah.
like she dropped to her knees again.
Yeah, it's super weird, man. I'm just like... I just want to know where this is going, so that way, if I knew where it was going, I'd know whether or not I should hate it or love it.
Maybe Daga at the end is going to reveal, like, look, I'm gay.
Oh my god!
That'd be pretty good.
That would be. What a swerve.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. That's what I hope they do with Darren Young and Bob Backlund.
Yeah, I think so at the end. Yeah, it could maybe like, what?
I heard that they're just cutting that, though.
Really? With the brand split?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, Darren Young. It's like, we didn't mean... Fucking poor Darren Young, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
Next segment was Ray training, and Dragon Azteca enters. This was just to remind us of this storyline that was really coming up earlier in the season.
Yeah. Although it did feel like there was a bit more animosity than the typical...
some dissension between the three of them.
Mm-hmm. And we got to see those great Puma sound effects again.
And Puma chatting up a storm. The most we've heard him talk ever.
It was weird.
Like, we've got one line of dialogue from him before, and now it's just like, hey, fellas, how's it going? Yeah. I could see this being a match at Ultima Lucha, these three.
Oh, my God.
Right?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, so that'd be pretty
What a great thing to do with all three of those guys.
Yeah.
That would just be... now that you mention it, I never even considered a Puma versus Dragon Azteca Jr. match, but like that would just be amazing, especially after everything we've seen with
Ricochet lately.
Ospreay, yeah. But even then to throw in Rey Mysterio Jr., wow. What an amazing idea, Travis.
Thanks.
What an amazing idea.
I think they may have beaten me to it. I really do feel like
No,
why
I
would
don't
they
think so.
Why would they set up this dissension if there's not somebody's going to fight
maybe
somebody?
they just want to move that team away from being in a trios team to doing like singles type thing.
Maybe we'll see.
I actually really like the way this was shot because it was Rey Mysterio sort of continued to train during this whole thing, like punching that bag.
Yeah.
So he would say things and then, they'd have a little back and forth, but he'd still continue. He'd punctuate his sentences by punching the bag. Mm-hmm. But it was done in a way that I just thought was like, it was super cool.
Yeah, it was slick.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And then we go on to the trios rematch.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio Jr., Dragon Azteca Jr., Prince Puma versus Johnny Mundo, Jack Evans, and PJ Black, those three had a great entrance. I love that they were all rocking those headbands.
The headbands. But they all had the Lucha Underground logo on it.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess it was like a last minute decision.
I love that they kept them on during the match. I mean, Mundo lost it at one point, but like even Taya had it.
I don't know what you dubbed like that team. I don't think has any sort of like official moniker. Mm-hmm. But if you could get red headbands for sale, $5 that say whatever their team name is,
easy breezy.
That's one thing that WWE probably does better than anybody else.
Oh yeah, well, they have the scratch to just pump out a new crappy t-shirt.
But I mean, like anybody can print custom bandanas. I can print out a custom bandana.
I think so too.
You guys are losing money. You guys are just leaving money on the table is what I'm saying. You could have had $5 more. 5 of my Canadian dollars. Canadian dollars. $350 American. But I would have bought a headband.
Yeah.
I would have bought a headband.
Yeah, me
they
too.
were all wearing their sunglasses throughout the match too, until they all flew off.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was
I love how Johnny is all in now with this new game. I'm part of the team. You're damn right because they won gold, right? As soon as they got those straps, and he's like, yeah, I'm for life.
I love these guys.
Yeah, me too. They even gave. Remember, they gave shades to Marty Elias at the start of the match.
God, Marty Elias, referee Marty Elias. You know that they put out a meet the refs internet only video this
Really?
week. Oh yeah.
Oh, I need to see that.
You didn't see it? Oh, we can watch it right now.
Okay.
Let's try to find it. What the hell? We would watch it, but for some reason, Lucha Underground refuses to make their videos available to watch in countries outside of the United States. What kind of thinking is that?
I don't get it either. I bet you it has to do with like cable restrictions and like the El Rey network and that kind of thing. I bet you if it was up to them, they'd be putting it up.
Man.
No,
I don't think so.
No?
I literally think it's just some intern in an office somewhere who doesn't know shit about shit.
So how did you watch this?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't? Oh,
No,
okay.
because I never even tried.
Yeah.
But now here we are trying, and
Yeah.
it says this uploader has not made this video available in your country. Why on earth would a television company in Mexico or in southern United States, wherever they may be, not make their YouTube channel available? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. Yeah, future customers. You're losing for future customers.
It's
If
just-
you want El Rey to expand beyond your viewership, this is not a good way to do it.
It's
Counterproductive.
counterproductive, to say the least. To say the least. There cannot possibly be a good reason for this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, you want to get into the match? You're okay?
Yeah,
It was
I'm
Rey
fine.
Mysterio and PJ Black to start, and we got right away. We get that nice groin kick spot from PJ, and now I'm officially on board with this groin kick gimmick from this team.
Do you think eventually they'll have to face Joey Ryan?
Maybe
And then
you might be right.
They just break all.
You
their
might be
feet.
right. They really put over this low blow. And I was saying, I love that they've kept their headbands on, and just great heel work from all three guys. We got another great extended diatribe from Jack Evans,
Oh
like
my
he
God.
always does.
I do feel like Darewolf is kind of fading into the background a little bit.
Sure, but he doesn't stink. Like he's
No, he's good.
yeah, and like
His
somebody
char-
has to be.
His character is just so underdeveloped compared to everybody else. But to be fair, like Jack Evans has had the same amount of he was in season one, but he
they
wasn't
didn't.
have. Oh, somebody's here. Is it the Ken Burns of wrestling?
It is. I'm quite certain it is.
No worries.
We'll call upon you if we need.
That's right. The Ken Burns of wrestling has just walked in, so thankfully we'll get all of our facts checked. Ken Burns, how much does Pentagon Jr. weigh?
Looks like about 250.
250. That's canon. That's canon now.
In this match, I thought it was really great to see Ray do the face in peril like an old pro, like he's trying to get to that tag over and over again.
Yeah.
And he finally did to Puma, who is the best House of Fire in the company. Like when he comes in and starts cleaning the house, it's awesome.
Totally. Actually, it was this match. I was surprised. It really felt like it had. It showcased all. I felt like it showcased all six competitors except for PJ Black. I know we just talked about this, but there was definitely this moment between each competitor who was coming in fresh.
Yeah.
Except for PJ because he started.
Yeah.
But every other guy, like when Rey Mysterio, he started, but there was so much emphasis on him because he was beaten down and he was dragged around and he was being prevented from tagging in another partner. But every other person who tagged in, it was like, here they go.
Yeah.
Now this guy's coming in, now this guy's coming in. PJ never had that moment.
Yeah. Well, I think that is the fact that he started too, that he's less of a chance that you're gonna, because he was in there for an extended time.
Yeah.
I remember there was a good corner spot from the three of them. Do you remember this?
Yeah, the triple kick.
Yeah,
that was
great.
super cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah, I was into that.
And then that led to like dueling high spots, which was fine at that stage. And when they were all doing flips outside the ring, did PJ Black not do a flip outside of the ring at that point?
He did,
Yeah.
and it looked
because
good.
it left four of them out there, which led to the best spot of the night, which was that another superplex off the top rope, or like over the top rope to the outside, and it was caught by the other four guys.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say
really
the best
like
spot.
this
I would say
match.
the best spot of the night was Jack Evans
Hitting the 630,
Yeah.
putting it in Puma's face.
And here's the thing about back to PJ Black. I don't know why I'm just so focused on him today,
Yeah.
but his signature move is what, a 420?
Just a 450. I
a
think.
450.
Yeah.
Then he comes into this federation where guys are busting out 680s or whatever. 630, 680.
Yeah, but a 450 is still. It's still gonna.
I'm just saying.
Make the ladies pop.
I just don't know if it was a good career move for PJ Black.
Not good.
Dragon Azteca is great to watch. I thought this match was significantly better than the one we saw last week. The one that you really liked.
Oh, interesting. I mean, I love them both. It wasn't last week when they lost it, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
pretty sure.
Wow, okay.
A really cool finish. And Taya at the end is always interfering to allow for more of those patented low blows.
Oh, man, could you imagine being in the temple and being like, okay, we got the Trios champs versus these three Rudos. They come out, the Rudos do this nutshot stampede. Rudos win, and then 45 minutes later, you see the rematch? Like...
Yeah.
That would take a lot of...
Yeah, that's
it'd be hard to get behind that as a fan.
Yeah.
Especially having seen it.
Yeah. But I like this finish with Puma getting busted for the ball.
Oh, the
kick.
entire match. Even if you hate the match.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with you if you hated the match. But if you didn't like the match, coming to this point with Puma being so angry about all the nut shots that he turns around and just like...
Gives up right in
soccer
front of
kicks.
our beloved Mario.
Yeah. It was so perfect. I had a dream last night where I was on the Toronto Blue Jays and I started a bench clearing brawl against the Baltimore Orioles. Yeah. So I woke up just like furious. like I was just, like I was ready. I was just like in a fucking riot.
Yeah.
And so I get where Puma was coming from because I feel like in my dream I was right to have like attacked that guy.
Yeah. So I like this finish. I think that I bet you some people would have a problem with it.
No.
But it does advance his character, shows that he's not as the white meat babyface as he had been. He does have a temper, a boiling point, and it led to kind of like Ray kind of giving him shit afterwards too. Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, right? I thought it was great. The same people who were upset that Prince Puma kicked somebody in the nuts are the same people that were upset that Bob Dylan went electric.
I get 3.5 stars for this match.
Oh,
I really liked it.
You dared to bust out some snowflakes.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Well, I hope you feel liberated.
Oh yeah, and then we Puma get the super kick on Taya by mistake.
Oh, that was
there was
magical.
So there was a great, like, he was getting the kind of what the fuck's wrong with you from his teammates, and then one from Johnny Mundo at the end too, right? So it's put him in a really neat spot, and that was a cool dynamic from the three of them.
Do you think they're teasing a Puma turn?
No, I don't think so. I think he's just he's destined to be a lone wolf.
Yeah, I could see that. I would love for him to maybe take one more step towards the anti-hero status, and then show up with a slightly altered gear.
Yeah, just a leather jacket.
Oh, shit.
Just a leather jacket.
Leather jacket, dude? I'm biting my lip. I love it. I love it.
So our next segment is Dragon Azteca is back in Matanza's cell with Black Lotus.
Black Lotus. We haven't seen her in how many episodes?
But when we have seen her, it's just been briefly. This is the second time they've mentioned this storyline this week, because they kind of hinted at it in the Rey Mysterio and Dragon Azteca segment. So this tells me that they're probably building to at least some sort of development in the storyline with who killed Dragon Azteca Senior and
and this reminded me how convoluted this situation is. I mean, I would assume that Matanza did kill Black Lotus's parents, but she is under the impression it was Dragon Azteca Senior. Yeah. She has killed Dragon Azteca Senior, and Dragon Azteca Junior and Rey Mysterio are not aware. There's just like a lot of weird things going on there. It's
and plus they're being watched by undercover cops who are trying to figure
totally.
things out.
I think it's in the benefit of the show to like iron that out as quickly as possible. And maybe that's where this is going, where Black Lotus will be like, oh yeah, actually, you know what? Now I believe you that Matanza did kill my parents, and that's just like one more wrinkle that you don't no longer have to factor in.
Yeah, sorry about killing your dad, buddy.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that was weird. I didn't get the when Dragon Azteca Jr. first mentioned the parents being killed. Am I wrong? I feel like he said he killed our parents. No, I must have heard that wrong.
I don't think so.
Okay. Cool. So then, anyways, so we're teasing finally some sort of progression on the whole Black Lotus the black lettuce.
Sounds delicious. Sounds exotic.
The whole Black Lotus Dragon Azteca situation, and then we go back to the back into the ring, and we get Cage versus Dario Cueto's baby brother Matanza.
And I like that they mentioned that Cage had been trained by Norman Smiley. Did you see the tweet that Nakamura posted about Norman Smiley this week?
No.
Just something like, Norman Smiley is an absolute gentleman. Isn't that great? Isn't that great?
That's so good.
Yeah. So Vampiro had an early analysis in this match. I can't remember what it was, but it was really dumb. It was really dumb.
Oh, I felt like Vampiro in this episode was dropping nonsense throughout.
Yeah.
I'm talking like half thoughts.
Yeah.
There was times, Stryker mentions, the way that Johnny Mundo's bandana is on his head, it looks like a Shriner's cap. And then Vampiro jumps back with like, I have a joke, but I'm not gonna
say it.
I want to say it, but I don't want to say it. I'm like, what could that joke possibly have been? And B, like, why would that have made the final cut of the episode?
Yeah.
And there was like 2 or 3 times when his, Vampiro is best when he's so bad he's good.
Yeah.
But there were times when he was just like babbling out like a toddler who doesn't understand words just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But alternatively, I would also say that he had one of the best Vampiro like insight that I've seen, that I can think of in recent memory, when he's talking about Johnny Mundo's like spinning flip into the backbreaker.
Yeah.
He starts talking about back in like late 80s, early 90s, when I first broke into Mexico, guys were doing that move all the time and it would pop the crowd like crazy. And now I think it's so interesting that Johnny Mundo, the American, is the guy to bust it out. I'm like, this is what I need from you, Vampiro. Like, you don't need to be dropping these silly jokes and things.
And trying to find a place where you can say shit.
Just talk about your experience. Like, that was perfect.
Yeah.
And yet, it was like this one gem surrounded by all this something less than
They've never
Pablo,
really
man. I don't
settled into their positions, have they?
Well, I mean, I think they like each other quite a bit.
No, but it just never feels like smooth.
No.
I mean, it's smoother than something you could compare it to, but
yeah.
Anyways, this was disappointing, this match, I thought. It had aerial... some good aerial stuff from the big boys.
How many stars?
None. Dude,
that is straight up whacked.
That less than 3, let's say. I'd say maybe 2 3/4 if I was to give stars, but I don't give stars if it's less than 3. Because this is supposed to be a Haas fight, Max. You know what a Haas fight is? Haas fight is what we saw with Matanza and Mil Muertes, when they were pounding the shit out of each other for two matches in over 3 episodes. This, talking about, remember I mentioned I didn't like Son of Havoc's meat hook clotheslines. Cage's clotheslines are so soft, man.
Oh, so are Matanza's.
Yeah, and they didn't look good either. But when Muertes was working with them, they were beating the shit out of each other, and that's what you want when you have 2 big guys, especially if they're using these big kind of meat hook type moves. They can't. It doesn't work if it's light.
I thought this match throughout had moments that completely superseded my expectations.
Yeah.
As things as simple as Cage going for a whirlwind clothesline and missing, and then using his own momentum to go into a second whirlwind and then hitting it. Mm-hmm. Things as simple as that, being like, oh, you missed it. Oh, you hit it.
Yeah. I mean, it was like the storyline that went through was fine. Like,
I believed going into this. Okay, when this match began, I could not picture an outcome where Cage won. Mm-hmm. Halfway through the match, I was like, is Cage gonna win this? They made me believe that anything was possible, and for me, that is the sign of a good match.
Sure. Yeah, but also it's...
you got to give them at least 3 stars.
No, I couldn't. 2 3/4 is probably where it would fall if I did give stars for under 3. I was really disappointed in this match. It was just too soft for
I will say
big
this.
Guys like this.
I will say this. At the end of this episode, because Matanza did win, I got this feeling of almost as if nothing had happened in the episode, mm-hmm. because the trios champs retained, and then Kobra Moon and Daga was that nothing interesting happened there. It's the same. That was the same thing as happened in the earlier episode. And with this, it was the same thing. It was just status quo across the board.
Yeah.
Like literally nothing of interest other than Puma
Yes.
kind of losing his temper happened.
Yeah.
But even that could easily be retconned in the next episode.
It's a good
we
point.
just don't.
Not much move forward.
I just felt like nothing.
They got rid of that gift of the gods for the rest of the season. That's not it, because that's not going to come up again until next season, right?
Oh yeah, we're in late game. We're in the late game of the season. We got
10 episodes to go. Is it 29 or 26?
I thought it was 26.
It could be 26. So
yeah, so 7 episodes
crazy.
left. So we're gonna. I mean, who is the Mac gonna fight in Ultima Lucha?
Good question. Good question. Yeah, we've got some storylines to get going here. I will say this: Cage has a very versatile moveset for a big guy.
Oh, he's the best.
But he's just not. If you're going to be this monster, you have to be a little stiff. You can't be. Was this not Ken Burns of Wrestling? Is this not one of the criticisms against somebody like Lex Luger, who's was okay, but would would work a little too light?
I don't think so.
No?
Because, I mean, that wasn't really a big deal in WCW at that time.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I just heard it in people talking about his overall oeuvre. That might have been where I heard it. But that was my issue with this. It's especially because we had seen Matanza and Mil Muertes, who, as I've said before, is the fucking heart and soul of Lucha Underground in terms of just
You
creating.
didn't even like that match. Did you even give that match 4 stars? You didn't.
No, I gave both of those matches. I liked the other one, but I liked the previous match, the one that ended with them going through the roof.
Yeah, you like that one
a lot more. But they Mil Muertes is awesome, and Matanza / Jeff Cobb is a really talented guy, and Cage is pretty good. Pretty good. He has a versatile moveset.
It's amazing.
I think this match also had some weird edits, and I think.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Word on the street is he benefits from the edits more than anybody else.
Cage?
Yeah.
No.
So I'm told.
No.
I don't know. I cannot reveal my source because I can't remember where I heard it, but I did. I have heard it from in chatter.
Well, he wrestles for AAA.
Yeah.
And you know that all AAA shows end up on YouTube on the AAA channel.
Okay.
So we could find out.
We're seeing. Here's what I thought in this match, though, because it looked like someone was about to do one. Can Lucha Underground? Why haven't they done a pile driver yet?
They do small package pile drivers all the time.
Yeah, but that's just not. You don't see just a straight up pile driver.
Like a tombstone?
Well, the reverse tombstone.
Yeah.
You flip the guy around. Yeah. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to see someone bust one of those out. Anyways, overall, I thought it was an uneven episode, and as you said, not a lot happened.
I thought the episode was super weak, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought the best thing that happened was Prince Puma kicking. This is the thing. I couldn't even remember who he kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
He kicked somebody in the nuts, and that was the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
I like the Cage and Matanza match better than you did. I didn't know who was going to win. It definitely put that bit of self-doubt in my mind that, Cage might actually win this. And that's all I ever really asked for in a wrestling match is the idea that I don't know who's going to win. Just instill that in me, and then we're good. So I give it the thumbs up. But anyways, overall, not a hot ep.
A little bit of filler. Felt like filler.
It did feel like filler, man. Felt like filler. Hopefully, they start kicking into overdrive because, like we said, they've only got 7 matches left.
Or 7 episodes.
Yeah, and 2 of those will probably be Ultima Lucha.
Yep.
If it's anything like last year.
Yep.
So you got 5 episodes to kick this into gear
Yep.
to get Ultima Lucha matches going. Are we going to guess Daga, Kobra Moon?
Against each other?
Yeah.
No. I think
Interesting.
I think he'll be involved with somebody else, and she'll. No, I don't know. Maybe you could be right, but I think I can say for sure. I think main event will be Pentagon Matanza.
Yeah.
Muertes Cuerno, Mil Muertes versus King Cuerno. Right.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, of course.
And then
I
I do think it'll be a 3-way between Ray, Puma,
would be
and
dope.
Dragon Azteca,
That would be super cool.
and of course
Marty the Moth versus Killshot.
but also Masquerita Sagrada finally
Famous
beats
B.
Famous B.
That will
That's
be
his
good.
win of the season.
And then, maybe we'll see PJ Black,
We're gonna
Jack
see the
Evans,
trios,
the trios champs versus maybe Angelico. could come back from
maybe
that.
we'll get those 3 back.
That would be good.
Yeah.
And is there anybody else that we're lingering on? Sexy
The
Star
Mac.
would have to do
Mac.
something. Sexy Star versus the Mac.
And Bengala.
Bengal.
Where are you, sir?
I watched a little AAA today.
Yeah.
And I watched a trios match. Bengala was wrestling, but his evil counterpart dresses like a minotaur, and the mask is just really good. Oh, by the way, Drago still. Like, is Drago not coming back?
Yeah, I'd like to see him involved in something for the end there too.
Gotta happen.
I hope so.
Anyways, bit of a week for Lucha Underground. Hopefully next week will be better. We'll be here.
Question will you join us?
That was smooth. Let's do that one more time. Bit of a week for Lucha Underground. Next week, hopefully we'll be better. We'll be here.
Question will you join us?